how to choose the best foundation color. I want to talk a little bit about concealer and blush, and I'm going to demo as I go along so you can kind of see how to apply. So makeup, first off, is meant to accentuate your beauty, not cover your beauty. So always remember that. When someone comes up to you, they don't want to look at you like holy makeup. They just want a polished look and all of your best features being displayed. So that's really what it's about. There's liquid foundation and there's powder foundation. And for demo purposes, I'm going to do the liquid foundation. But just so you know, powder is just as good. I will tell you, though, that as you start to age and you get some fine lines and wrinkles, if you use a powder foundation, it's probably going to get settled in your pores and also your any fine lines and wrinkles you may have. So, and then also in the winter months, too, when our skin is generally a little bit drier, it kind of can look really cakey, too, if you use powder. So if you've never tried Labry's liquid foundation, I would highly, highly recommend that you give it a try. It comes in 19 different shades. We've got some dark, some brand new dark shades for women of color. It blends wonderfully. It's a buildable foundation, so you can just kind of put a little bit on, and the areas that you want a little more coverage, you can do that. If you just want to send me a close-up of your face with no makeup and good lighting, I can pretty much tell you exactly what shade that you would need. And Labry does offer a 60-day money-back guarantee on all of their skincare and all of their makeup products. So if for some reason it's the wrong color, no problem at all. They can get that switched for you. The other thing that we have available is we have these little samples of foundation. There's 4 colors in each one. We have one that's light, medium, dark, and then I think super dark. These samples are $4. It comes with 4 different colors. You can kind of try to see what works best for you, right? But this foundation is for all skin types. The first thing people usually ask is, how do you match your foundation? The big thing is you always want to make sure that your face and your neck match. So you've all seen people with like orange face, you know, and a white neck. So I just want to show you how easy it really is. I'm gonna just put my hair back here. The place that you want to match it is you always want to match it on the color on your jawline, because you want your face and your neck to match. I am just taking a few of I'm gonna use 3 colors for demo purposes. Okay, so here I'm gonna go right on my jawline. Anyway, I don't know if you can see, but the last one over here is the flax, which I normally use. So you can see how that just blends in really nicely. What you want it to do is you want it, like if you blend it, you want to barely be able to see it. And that's pretty much what you see here, where the other colors are just not right. Okay, so I'm going to just wipe off those colors. Upward motion always. So that's the color foundation that we're going to use. But first I'm going to just work underneath my eyes, okay? A lot of us have under eye circles. Very common. I mean, as we age, it continues to happen. That's probably the #1 question I have from people is, how do I get rid of these bags? And really, all you can do is just kind of lighten them, because depending on genetics, depending on diet, depending on your age, depending on so many darn things, that's where concealer comes in. So I'm going to be using our light amber. What I like about this is it really does cover or kind of neutralizes the color if you have more of like a bluish tint under your eye. Generally, when you choose a concealer, you want to use a color that's about a shade lighter than your skin. You can do this with your finger. You can do it, you know, with a sponge, whatever you want. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of putting it here, putting it almost like a V. Okay, and I'm making sure I get up here, because this is where a lot of people have some discoloration. Because my finger is nice and warm, I'm just kind of touching it. And then what happens is it just kind of goes right in without me having to really rub, you know, rub hard or pull or anything like that. So you can see how it's, you know, concealed some of the darkness that I have under my eyes. So now I'm going to go ahead with the foundation, my favorite part. I do have this a little bit damp. Normally when you apply your makeup, however you apply it is totally fine. You don't need to do anything else with Labry's. You know, if you do it with your fingers, do it with your fingers. You know, if you do it with a sponge, do it with your sponge. But I love this Flawless sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it that way. So I am just going to put a little bit on. And so this foundation, a little goes a long way. And like I said before, it's buildable. So I just like to put an even layer on, and then from there I just kind of blend. Okay, so again, I'm just going to do one side. I don't know if you saw, but I have some like little broken blood vessels in there. And so with this sponge, I'm just gently patting. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more under my eyes and around my eyes, just to kind of blend everything together. Okay, and then you should also put it above your eyes and press it into your eyelid. It really helps makeup stand a whole lot longer, and again, it just kind of blends everything together. Okay, and this little tip here is really nice. You can take a little bit of the foundation and you can just kind of go like this right in the little corner there. And with foundation, less is more. You know, so many people have so much foundation on, and they really, I've witnessed this so many times at home parties and stuff, is they take their makeup off and their skin is beautiful underneath. So we really don't need to cake it on. And then when I'm all done, I kind of like to take a washcloth and I like to just kind of blend everything in here. And if you can see, but I have no, besides my sun damage, you can see that my face just completely matches my neck color, and that's what you want. Okay, so you can just see the difference between one face and one side and the other. Just a little bit of foundation and concealer, that's it. And if you just see how nice and smooth it looks, it can just really kind of, you know, hide some imperfections. So now I have that all done. What some people like to do is they like to take a brush and they like to put a little bit of powder over the top of it. I don't even need to do that or like to do that with our new foundation because it really doesn't need to be set with anything. And because my skin is a little bit drier, I just don't like that powder look. So I don't even put any powder on to set it. It just will completely stay in place. This stuff is wonderful. Okay, so as far as blush, rule of thumb for blush is you want to start your blush application about 2 finger widths from your nose. Okay, and as we get older, we want to do 3 finger widths to kind of give our face a little bit more of a lifted look. When you're trying to figure out what color blush you are, it can be, you know, people don't really, they're like, oh, I don't know what would work best. But I just want to show you. So I like to take some different colors on my finger and hold it up to my face. So you can see here, you know, just kind of like orangey, not very pretty. And then we have this one where, holy cow, it looks like someone punched me in the face if I would use that. A little bit too bright. And then we have this one, which, you know, doesn't do much. It just kind of is almost the same color as my skin, so I don't want to use that. And then this color, just a little bit too pink. So the color that I'm going to be using is called Petal. So I'm going to start about 2 finger widths from my nose, and I'm just going to apply in an upward motion, okay, very lightly. And when I demo, what I usually like to do on people is I'll start here on the hairline because right now I have a lot of blush on my brush. So when I deposit it, I don't want a big blob here. So a lot of times I'll start here, but this is a really light color, so it works pretty good. And if you're not sure where to apply the blush, just smile. And you want to pretty much put on the apple of your cheek and then just an upward motion. That's it. It's that easy. So that's my blush. Just makes my skin look a little healthier. I know some people don't wear blush, but I feel like if you're going to do the foundation, you should do the blush as well because it just gives your face that extra little, you know, kick, color, accentuates a little bit more. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do eyebrows as well. So with your eyebrow color, you want to match the color as close as you can to your eyebrows. So my eyebrows, I need a waxing job really bad, but we're going to just work with what we have. So the color that I'm going to use is I'm going to use our soft smoke, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to just gently draw or just kind of add a little bit powder so you can see that it's my eyes are starting to, as I'm aging, you can see that my eyebrows are kind of starting to get a little bit scarce here. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in a little bit. And so rule of thumb with eyebrows is you want to stop right about there. Okay, so right now I have a little bit of the soft smoke on here. I'm going to just give it a little hit just to get anything off so it doesn't fall down on my face. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of, and eyebrows are so important, okay? A lot of people don't do them. They just like, oh, I just let them go. But you're going to see how much it will frame my face. Okay, because my eyebrows are a little bit crazy right now. And so I'm just kind of taking little strokes. And I just do this very carefully because I want it to look natural. And this powder is so fabulous, it literally will last the entire day. So all I did is I just filled it in a little bit. So you can just see what a difference that makes, how it frames my face. So if you're not doing your eyebrows, give it a try. It's not hard. Nice thing about ours is it washes off just like everything else. And all I did is tiny little strokes. That's